attention. Eyes up here. You ready? Ooh, that's turned up quite a bit. Okay, so today we're talking about counting to 1, 2, and 3.
Tell a counting story about what you see.
Just listen.
Here is a story. There are some worms popping up from the ground. You can count to see how many worms there are. Before you count, can you think of a way to make sure you do not leave one out?
Okay, so what would be a way to count these worms so you don't miss any worms? What would be the best way to count these worms? Any idea what we could do? No, I know we can count them. Okay, so one at a time. Now what about if we use our finger to point to each one? What do you think? Think that would work? Yeah. Okay, so we can point to each worm as we count. And we'll always go from left to right, maybe. Okay, that could work. All right, I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to see what they say. Remember, guys, when the papers go to your seat, just leave them. Don't touch them. I just want you to be focused on this right now, okay? All right, so listen up.
One way is to touch each worm as you count.
Very good, that's what we said,
You
right?
can also mark each worm as you count. You can use an arrow to mark each worm. Let's count together to see how many worms there are.
Okay, so count with them. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Now you can finish the counting story. How many worms are there?
3, very good. So did you hear the other thing they said? They said you could touch each one as you count, but they said they could also put an arrow above each one, right? So another thing that we can do is we can actually mark each one as we do it, okay? So that's something that we'll practice, or we can put like a dot on each one. Okay, so there's lots of different ways to count them so you don't miss any. Okay, guys, again, don't touch the papers at your seats last time, okay? Listen, eyes up here. All right, here we go.
There are 3 worms popping up from the ground. How can you find out how many counters there are?
Ooh, very good. A lot of you guys already could tell. There's 3 counters. Okay, way to go. But again, what could we do? We could count each one and touch it as we go. You could mark them as we count.
You can count the counters. Does it matter which counter you count first?
Does it matter? No. It doesn't really matter which ones you count first and last, but I like to go just like when we read. It's easier when you go from left to right, and then I know I don't miss any. So that's a good way to just get into a habit of doing it. But they said it does. This right? Yes, from left to right, just like that. Very good.
No, you can start with any one of them.
Yep, you can.
Let's start with this one. 1, 2, 3.
See how they went from left to right?
How many counters are there?
Everybody?
There are 3 counters. Why do you think there are 3 counters?
Very good, Evelyn, because there's 3 worms, so that's why they have 3 counters. Each counter represents each worm. 3 worms, 3 counters. Very good.
I knew.
There are 3 counters to show 3 worms. How many sections are there in the box?
3.
Let's count to find out.
Okay, count with them. Ready?
1, 2, 3. There are 3 sections in the box. How does this go with the 3 counters? Both the counters and the box show 3. Look, there is 1 counter for each section of the box. What else does this picture go with?
The worms. Very good. Okay, so here's a little extra activity. They always sometimes will give us a little try it thing for us to do. So it says, how many worms are there? Move the slider to show that you counting the worms. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it. Ready? 1. Oh, it goes fast. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's very sensitive. So there are 1, 2, 3. And what do they use to count them? The arrows on the top, right? 1, 2, 3.
It goes with the 3 worms. Today, you learned about 3. You saw 3 worms. You saw 3 counters. You saw 3 sections in a box.
And the worms are in the box.
Yeah. All right, he's giving you a look at thumbs up. Good job. Okay, so what I need you guys to do is at your seats, please put your name on this paper for me. Name on top. And I'm going to find the same paper that you're on. Then put your name on top, buddy, right away. Get your pencil on.
Whoa! A pencil just fell out of my pen.
That's
Are we only doing one more thing and then we're doing lunch?
Yes, you're going to do this and then lunch.
Yay!
Okay. So take a look here. Okay, so this picture matches your paper, doesn't it? Okay? So I'm going to hit the little speaker here, and it's going to read to you a little something about this picture and what they want us to do. So listen carefully. Are you ready? Listening ears are ready. Here we go.
Peeps, the bird, found 2 worms for her babies. Draw 2 worms in the nest. Draw a circle around the colored box that shows how many worms Peeps found. Show how you know you are correct.
Okay. So how many worms did they say that Peeps found for her little chicks?
3.
She didn't say 3.
2.
2. Okay, please make sure we raise our hands, okay? Evelyn, I didn't ask you to get out of crayon, okay? Thank you. So you have a pencil out right now. So with your pencil, it said first, draw 2 worms in the nest, okay? So go ahead and just draw, here's 1 worm, here's another worm.
Wait,
So
these squiggles are like...
you can make them squiggly, or if you want to make them even look like actual wormies. Look at that. Okay. We have there's my little worms. Okay, so draw 2 worms. That's what they asked you to do. So draw 2 worms with a pencil. Just draw 2 worms, please. I need to see 2. Only 2. I don't need you to make fancy worms. Just 2 little squiggly lines is even fine as well.
Okay.
We don't want to be fancy artists here. Just 2. Okay? All right, now, look below, underneath the boxes. Put your finger on the set of boxes that shows how many worms Peeps found. Which set of boxes? Put your finger on it, please. Which one matches how many worms? I didn't ask you to shout out. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to point to the boxes and I want you to tell me yes or no. You ready? Does this one represent?
No.
Does this one?
Yes. No.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so circle this set of boxes. I know, you thought I was going to go to that one next. You got to pay attention. That's how I know you're listening. Good. So 2 worms. And why did we circle this one? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Why did we circle this one? Julia.
Because of the word.
Okay, but how many boxes did they color it?
No, 2.
2, because we have 2 worms that you covered. Can you practice doing one more thing for me? It says show how you know you are correct. Well, we counted 1, 2 boxes. We have 1, 2 worms. So let's go ahead and let's put a number 2 on that nest, just for practice. You can even write a number 2.
I can write the number 2.
Wonderful. Just try to do it in the nest there, next to the worms. If you can't, it's okay. I told you to try. Just something a little extra to do. Wonderful. Okay. All right, as long as you did everything that I did up here, did everyone do this? You drew the 2 worms,
Yeah.
you circled the set of 2 blue boxes, and you wrote number 2. Thumbs up if you did that. Wonderful. Okay, next thing you're going to, all right, listen. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to lift that first paper, because there's 2 papers, and look on the back of it. Okay? We'll come around and help you if you can't find it, but I'm going to pull up the paper that we're going to do next. Yes. Write a number 2. So curve up, curve around, select the right. This is the paper that we're on, see?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Right here.
What is it?
And then put it behind.
I
Then
got it.
you have to open up.
Leave this up here.
Okay, flip it over to me. Turn the whole thing over. Flip it. No, 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 no.
Oh, I really got the money. Wait a
You gotta match the paper that's on the board. There you go, Amanda. Very good. Good. Then flip it over. Flip the whole thing over. Turn it over. That's where you need to be. Okay. Does your paper match mine?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the top there, they are showing you that this is from the video, right? We worked out there's 3 words. How do we know that there's 3 words? How do we mark it? We can put arrows above each word, okay? They even use counters to represent the 3 words. And then we have 3 boxes that we colored in, okay? So all kinds of different ways to show 3. All right, so now with number 1. It says, have the students color a box as they count each worm to show how many. Well, they did number 1 for you. Okay, so let's count the worms. Count with me. 1, 2. Very good. 1, 2. So how many boxes did they color in? 2. Do you notice, where did they start coloring? Where do you think they started? At the top or the bottom? The bottom. I always want you to start at the bottom and then work your way up. Okay? Always start at the bottom. Okay, so let's look at number 2 here. Raise your hand so I can call on you to tell me how many worms you see in number 2. Jacob, how many worms do you see? 1. Okay, so, Jacob, how many boxes are we going to color in? Excuse me, I'm only asking Jacob. 1. Very good. So please get out any crayon. Just 1 crayon. You pick. But 1 crayon and then close your box. Get out 1 crayon and close your box. And just any crayon, and then close your box because I don't want you going back in. Okay, we'll use the same crayon. So go ahead and you are going to color in 1. Okay, I'll do it with you. Go ahead and color in 1 box, just starting at the bottom. 1 worm, 1 box. See that?
1 box.
Benji, do you see? 1 worm, 1 box. Start at the bottom. Okay. Got it? Okay, here's what you guys are going to do. Please look at me, because I want to make sure everyone starts to learn how to do this turning. So you have your paper like this, right? You're going to take the whole thing. Watch. And you're going to turn the whole thing over. Okay? No, just right there. Turn it over. Because then now, we're on this page. Now we're on number 3. Okay? All right, so here we go. In number 3, count the words with me out loud. Ready? Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Good. So, oh, did I point to a 4th one? Careful, only 3. Okay, so, Victoria, how many boxes am I going to color in? Just Victoria. How many worms did we count? 3. So how many boxes? 3. Very good. Okay, so go ahead with that same crayon and go ahead and color starting at the bottom. Let's color them in. 1, 2, 3. And it's always good to count as you color so you don't miss any. Okay, so start at the bottom. 1. No, right here. You gotta pay attention from the bottom. Guys, I'm up on the board. You gotta do it with me, okay? Start at the bottom. Good. Excellent. Evelyn, color in the boxes. 1, 2, 3. And just sit on the board. Do it with me, okay? No, we're up here. And number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, eyes back up here. Eyes back up here. Okay, we're down here number 4 now. Okay, look up here and please help me count the worms. Ready? Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
And that's it. Okay, guys have to look up here. I didn't point to a 3rd one, so don't keep counting, right? One more time.
1, 2.
There's 2. Okay, so Eden, how many boxes am I going to color in? 2 boxes. Thank you. Starting at the bottom, go ahead and color in. 1, 2. Start at the bottom, color in a little bit darker, okay? 1, 2. Start at the bottom. Only 2 boxes, starting at the bottom. Very good. Very good. Good. Great job. Okay.
Start from the bottom.
All right, eyes back up here. Okay, so same thing, but this time, what is different about the worms? Raise your hand and tell me what's different about these worms, Ethan.
How many did we color?
What did they add to the worms here? Yes, there's arrows. So the arrows are showing you that we're going to count each worm and then we're going to go to the left. So they're just doing this for extra to help you count the worms properly. That's one of our vocabulary words that you got sent home yesterday was count. Okay? So I want you guys to put your finger down on the first worm and I want you to count on your paper this time. And you're going to point and count. And we're going to do it together out loud. Ready? You point. Hold on, hold on. Everybody's finger should be on that first worm. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. So 3, hold on, Dean. 3 worms. Okay. So how many boxes? 3. You got it, girl. All right, here we go. Start at the bottom and let's color.
From the bottom.
1, 2, and 3. Very good. Remember, start at the bottom and work your way up and build. Great. I left you underneath the color. Let's go. You're sitting there laying there, get your board if you haven't done anything. Pay attention. All right, when you're done, lift that paper, turn it to the back, and find the back of our paper here.
Now lift and turn. There you go. This is all you need. Lift and turn with it.
And this is the back now. Okay, now on the back side of these papers, okay, look for the nests. You see the nests? So now we're not going to count worms, we're going to count nests. Sit down, Eden. Sit down, buddy. Is everybody here? Okay, lift it up. Yep. Okay. So on the back though, guys, this time. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. No, put it down. Put it down. On the back, you guys are supposed to do this time by yourself. Okay? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to let you guys, you're going to have to try to see and show me that you know how to do this now. Okay? So we're not going to do it together. You guys are going to count at your seats. So same thing. You will count the nests and then color in that many boxes. You're using that same crayon. Okay? But when you get to number 9, stop and put that crayon on top of your box. Okay? Because we'll do that one together. Okay? But you're doing this at your seat. Do number 6, number 7, and number 8. When you're done, put your crayon on your box. I'm not going to count with you this time. Okay, if you need help, we'll come around and guide you, but we can't give you answers. You have to do your counting and coloring in on your own. Okay? Go for it. Dean, let's go. Go ahead and count. Remember to color, start at the bottom. 1 crayon. 1 crayon. Guys, 1 crayon. Go ahead and count and fill in the boxes. Brady, go to the next one, buddy. Good job. Go to the next one. Very good. Count the nests. Color in the boxes, starting at the bottom. And then put your crayon down when you're done to show me that you're ready. Oh, go back and fix it. Very good. As long as you know that you're ready, just go back and fix it. 9 has, yes, it has none. There's 0. But hold on. I'm going to have you do something. So just wait. We're going to do something.
Hold on.
Very good. Good job. Keep going there. We're going to start at the bottom. Very good. Excellent work, guys. Okay. And count how many you got. Great. Okay, I see Finn's ready, Dean's ready, Victoria, Will, Georgia, Valentina, Ethan, Braden, Evelyn, Ben H, good, Evelyn, awesome. Okay, so for the next one, are you ready? For the last one, here's what you're going to do. It says, you get to draw either 1, 2, or 3 nests. And then you have to color in the boxes to represent how many you drew. But listen, Ben H, look up here, buddy. When you draw them, I don't need a fancy nest. In kindergarten, all we do is draw counters. Okay, we call them counters. So if you're going to draw 1 nest, this is what it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have my pen under. Hold on, hold on. Sorry. you would just draw one counter. If you want 2 nests, then you're going to draw 2 counters. If you want 3, you can draw 3 counters. But don't forget to go back then afterwards and with your crayon color in how many you drew. Pick whatever you want, 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and draw that first. No, just use a pencil. Just use a pencil to draw. Get out your pencil. If you already started with a crayon, it's okay, but just draw a circle to represent your nest.
Just a circle.
That's fine.
Come on, just a circle.
So 1, 2, or 3, you decide it now. Take your crayon and go color in the boxes.
That's okay. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and go fill in the boxes for how many. When you're done, raise your hand and we're gonna come grab your paper.
Okay.
Yes? It's okay. You're done? Very good, thank you. Put your box away. Very good.